How does Doom know about Kang the Conqueror and the Council of Kangs? Doom's imminent arrival in the MCU was one of the most avidly awaited debuts in years, as the MCU has gone far too long without this iconic villain being brought to life. Ever since the announcement, rumors and leaks have been swirling about the events of Avengers Doomsday and what it will entail, including one leak that suggests that Doom may end up murdering the Council of Kangs. This would cast aside the threat of the Kangs moving forward, as well as build up Doom as the single most dominant threat to the multiverse. But this can only operate under a single condition. Doom has to know about the Council of Kangs, and he has to have some reason why he is tracking them down, as well as a physical way to locate them. So then, if this leak is true, then how does Doom know about the Council? Well, let's talk about that today, and a theory, one that Doom has had an encounter with Kang before. But in order to do this, we have to figure out which Earth Dr. Doom that we know will be from. The likeliest explanation is that Doom will be from the same reality as the Fantastic Four, which itself is confirmed to be a multiversal story. One of the core tenets of Dr. Doom's character is his decades-long rivalry with Reed Richards, dating back to their university days and persisting well into their respective adulthoods. Dr. Doom is fueled by his desire to outperform Reed at every turn, and a rivalry like this can only be formed after years of stewing in a vengeful rage. If Marvel wants to get the aspect of Doom's character right, then he has to come from the same universe as this variant of Reed, the main Reed in the MCU moving forward. Pedro Pascal's version of Reed is going to become a cornerstone of the MCU, so his rivalry with Doom is probably going to mean that they are from the same reality. So if this is the case, then we know from the Fantastic Four trailer that Reed Richards is talking about the theoretical confirmation and discovery from his Earth of the multiverse. He states that the math proves the existence of neighboring timelines, but this reality doesn't have the engineering capacity to access the multiverse, at least not yet. Doom, however, would catch wind of this, and the first option that is worth considering is the idea that Doom will set out to master and to have his own approach to multiversal travel, with the only goal being to beat Reed. The first idea claims that he may not actually care about accessing the multiverse at all. He just wants to do it before Reed Richards does. And if this theory is true, then we are inclined to think that he will indeed succeed. According to the initial leaks for the Kang dynasty, the Council of Kangs is extremely protective of the multiverse, and they do not like it when any other variant of themselves can jump between realities. Without multiversal travel, the Kangs are just normal human scientists without anything special about them. They may be able to intervene when they find out that Doom has access to the multiverse and want to stop him out of jealousy. One of them may get into a fight with Doom, as Doom would effectively be trespassing across the multiverse, leading to his first fight with a variant of the Conqueror, and Doom's introduction to Kangs as a whole. If he is intrigued by their technology and their power, then it is likely he will seek that power for himself, ultimately usurping his power and his role. So if Doom uses the first Kang to track down the rest of the Council, eventually declaring war with every known Kang across the total sum of reality, until he becomes the single most powerful threat to the multiverse in place of Nathaniel Richards. Option 2, however, actually has much more dire consequences that may actually see the end of Doom's reality. We know that Reed Richards is meant to become a mainstay in the MCU, which means that he and the Fantastic Four are probably going to be rehomed to Earth 616. If this is the case though, then we are left to wonder why they aren't going to at least try returning to Earth 4, their home reality, which is the temporary designation to what we've given their native timeline. The primary explanation is that their timeline no longer exists, and that it has somehow been destroyed in one way or another. The primary theory right now is that Galactus is the one that destroyed their home universe, but it could prove to be more complicated than this. We recently released a theory speculating that Galactus is actually a holdover from the last cosmos before He Who Remains destroyed the last multiverse, so be sure to check out our video about that. Essentially though, the theory proposes that once He Who Remains began attempting to contain the other Kangs, that he started by just destroying versions of Earth. Eradicating entire timelines seems to be a rather extreme option, so we suggest that he started by just targeting Earths, and he may have used Galactus to do this. Only once this proved to be too slow or too ineffective did he switch over to destroying entire realities. And to do this, he used Alioth, no longer Galactus. The reason why this theory is relevant is because we are left to wonder if Galactus is going to destroy Earth 4 and permanently relocate the Fantastic Four to Earth 616. And if so, will he be working at the behest of Kang yet again, and have Galactus be a threat here? Galactus has been used as a weapon before, and in the comics, Franklin Richards once bound Galactus after the rebirth of the cosmos. If this is the case, then it's possible that a variant of Kang did the very same thing, and Doom is about to find out why. It's even entirely possible that the presence of Kang is unrelated to Galactus, as Kang can jump into any timeline that he wants to. If Kang is on Earth 4, it may be for conquest, or it may be to collect some sort of technology that he finds fascinating. And if he's going to look for science and technology, then Doom and Reed would be the best options. They are some of the best inventors of any reality, and Kang may simply jump into Earth 4, and this could very well be how Doom finds out about the Kang Conquerors. If Kang is in some way responsible for the destruction of this timeline, however, whether it's directly or by proxy, then things get much more interesting. Dr. Doom is an egotistical sociopath, and he cares about very little, but destroying his entire reality is definitely going to piss him off. If for nothing else, then whoever destroys Doom's reality would leave nobody left for them to worship him. But more importantly, it would demonstrate a level of power that Doom has never seen before. So if Doom survives the destruction of his timeline, he's probably going to set out on a quest to discover who has enough power to annihilate planets, and later, who can traverse the multiverse. Only here does Doom jump into the multiverse himself and discover the Council of Kangs, hiding behind Galactus as one particular variant aimed him at Earth 4 for one reason or another. Doom discovers by Galactus that his world is much larger than he thought. He has full access to the entire multiverse, a power and technology that he has never known before. And the great Dr. Doom does not have enough time in his life to scour each reality for the very best that it has to offer. Doom is obsessed with power, and he thrives when he is able to steal power from other people or entities. If he sees something he wants, he will formulate a plan to take it, and the multiverse is a literal treasure trove of everything that Doom could possibly want. Luckily for him, however, someone has already done all the work for him. Instead of going reality by reality and looking for the very best science and magic, the Council of Kangs is a collection of multiversal treasure all sitting in one place at the same time. The Council has already done all the legwork, as every single Kang is contributing the very best that they have to the Council and their conquests. All Doom has to do is look at this metaphorical vault and figure out how to break in. This would immediately make Doom the single most dangerous entity in the multiverse, as he's collected all the science, technology, and magic of every Kang that made up the Council, and then he is very likely to execute them all. The question of how he knows about the Kangs, though, simply comes down to one of these two options. Option 1 is that he breaks into the multiverse on his own, or option 2 is that a variant of Kang landed in his reality and introduced him to the concept of the Council. But anyway, friends, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Doom, Kang, and their relationship and how it will be explored? Do you think Doom will be proactive enough to discover multiversal travel on his own, as Tony Stark did with time travel, or that he did it just to spite Reed Richards? Or did he follow the trail of destruction from a Kang? If so, is Galactus working at the behest of a Kang, or did he land on Earth 4 irrelevant of Galactus's involvement with the reality? We have a ton of questions, and it's going to be some time till they're all answered. But until then, my friends, Hulk smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Marvel related, and have a phenomenal day.